Yeah, YouTubers, Tazman here, bringing you another episode of WoW versus DDO. And in the last episode, we decided to do WoW first because the first episode we did DDO on first. And now, well, this is its own episode. But we're going to jump in. One thing I wanted to mention, so I was talking about realms in our WoW, and there are realms also in this. I think there's 10 of them. Now, I don't know if that means that there's less players playing this. My guess would be yes. WoW's been around for a very, very long time. I don't think this has been quite as long. So there could be less players, or they could have more robust servers and they handle a lot more people. I'm not 100% sure, so just take that at first face value. There are basically 10, I think there was 10 realms that you can choose from for DDO Online, and I showed you all the ones on the other one. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the world with our DDO Online, and we'll go over the interface the best I can actually explain it. Like I said, I have tons and tons of experience with WoW, a lot less with DDO, and so there's going to be a bias, and I can't help that. And there's a lot of things about DDO that I still don't know, that if you have any information on, that would be great, because it would help me understand even more.
You find yourself waking on the shore of Flotsam. Memories of a large white dragon striking your ship come flooding back.
So one cool thing about DDO is every element, I believe, on the desktop, other than maybe this, is actually configurable. So I mean, like, if we want to move our little icon here, we can move it around to where we want. We can move the whatever our target is to wherever we want it. From what I've seen, all your buffs, like as you can see, we have this little buff right here that says, while in a tavern you slowly recuperate hit points. Technically we're not in a tavern, but they're treating this area as a tavern. So, and we can't move the buffs, but I've seen the buffs go all the way to about here, and then bad buffs actually go underneath it. So things that happen to you. This over here is the same as the little quest window that we had in WoW. Here's our little mini map. We can expand it here like so, and then shrink it back down. Doesn't have all the options as far as turning on little things, but you can actually see when we get into an actual area, you'll be able to see like what the different icons are and stuff and what they mean. So it's, yes, I can move, just chill. Then down here we have our chat. We have general, guild, party, and combat. WoW actually has all these as well. However, you just type /P when you're in a party, or /G to chat within your guild. You can set them up if you want so that they have the others, and then of course the combat. So with this you can actually also expand it, which you can do in WoW as well, so that's the same. And then if we move this down, you'll notice it kind of fits perfectly right there. And I've got to step away just for a minute, but really quick while we have it, you can also move your little button bar, and you can even expand it. So you'll notice here we have a total of 20 of these tiny little buttons. If we want to expand it or get another one, we just click on that. This is the one bar. This is 2 through 19 now, or well, 2 through 20. And we can just set those wherever we want them, which is kind of nice. I do like that. And I've got to go just for a second, but I will be back in just a second. So I will see. Okay, we be back. So let's see, where did I get to? This right here is your shards. I really haven't ever used those. I think you get those more if you have a subscription or premium account. So this, I didn't actually talk about experience in the previous one, in the WoW one, but as you can see, this bar right here that is 0, it'll slowly fill up until it hits the very end, and then you'll get one bubble. Then it'll do it again, and you'll get 2 bubbles, and then again 3 bubbles, until you hit 5 bubbles. Once it completes with 5 bubbles, you actually level up to, say, level 2. So leveling up is a lot slower in this, but I think it only goes to like level 20, 30 or something like that. So that's not really too big of a deal. So the other thing is right here we have your main. This is where everything really is that you need. So as you can see, we have our character sheet. In our character sheet, we can see all our stats, what they currently are. You can see your level, what you are, rogue level 1. I guess if you're going to multi-class, it would show you more things in there. I don't know what action points is. These are your different resistances based off of maybe armor and stuff like that. These are all your skills and the values of said skills. And if you mouse over things and just hold for a second, you can actually see specifically what it actually does. Some things, none of these apparently, will actually have a drop down where you can actually see more information in them as well. You have feats. These are your basic feats and stuff. You have your spells, if you have spells. If we go Arcane Trickster, I guess we get spells. However, rogues don't generally get spells. Enhancements, which this will list out all the different enhancements that you choose. And then there is crafting. So there is crafting. I don't think it's quite to the extent of, say, WoW, because in WoW they're actually professions where you're crafting stuff, and you have blacksmith, mining, you have alchemist, you have enchanting, you have tailoring, you have cooking, herb gathering, mining, what else? Engineering. So you have all these different types of professions that you can do. With this, you can actually craft some things, which is kind of cool. But I think there's a lot more variety when you're in WoW. One second. Okay, so anyway, that would be that part. And then we have Epic Destinies. I don't think I have any access to because I'm not high enough or something like that. I've never had a chance with that. Enhancements, this is where you can spend action points. As you level up and stuff, you'll get a little icon that means you actually have action points to spend, and these are speciality type things, a little more than what I would call skills and stuff, but you get those things. You also have your inventory, which is your actual inventory. You have a total of 20 slots here, 20 slots here, and 20 slots here, and if you don't actually purchase more, that is all you get. So you can run out of slots really quick. You have your character information. Kind of cool thing with this is you can actually, like if I'm wearing a hat and I don't, or my cloak or whatever, I can actually mouse over one of these little squares and it will actually turn on or off whether you see my hat. So that's kind of cool because you might not want to show off your cloak, so you could just turn that off and then it won't show your cloak all the time. This just lists everything that you have in your inventory as just list items. This is for socketing items and stuff. I haven't had much use, or I haven't done anything with that yet. Actually, no, this is augments. This is the sentient items, and I haven't used much with either of those. These are just for, this is kind of like the transmorg thing. If you want to have cosmetic items where it just shows that item, you can actually put that here and then it overrides whatever is in your inventory. Let's see. And like I said, I haven't had too much. I've never done anything with repair enchantments. Don't know what that is. Social is basically your group stuff, guild, friends, and who else is online kind of thing. Quest journal, it shows up over here, but then you also have the quests show up here with the information there. This guy's just getting tired of talking to us. Adventure Compendium, I've never used this really, so I'm not quite sure what it is. I think it just kind of gives you information on all the different things. adventure, quest. I think this is keeping track of, I want to call them dungeons, but maybe instances or something. The monster manual, that's kind of self-explanatory. Image gallery. Daily dice is one thing you get here. It's kind of cool. Every day you can actually roll silver. If you do gold, you have to pay something. But you can just do this, and it costs 0 shards. The other one I think costs 1 shard. So if we do this, you'll see that we got buffs. I don't know how many we got, but 61 to 80 rolled us buffs. If we go to gold, you'll see it actually costs 15, so kind of expensive. However, you do get better things with that. Then we come down to shard exchange, DDO store, and the main menu. Dang it, I have to step away just for another minute, so I will see you guys in another minute. I apologize for that, but actually it's only a second for you guys, so anyway, I'll see you just. Okay, we're back yet again. Hopefully there aren't very many more issues. So just like in WoW, WASD is what you use to move. The one difference is you actually right click to talk to people in World of Warcraft. You left click to talk to people here. So this kind of gets me sometimes, because left clicking in WoW is actually what you use to attack, and left click here is also what you use to attack, unless they have that little speech bubble above them. So if we click on him, you'll see we get this. So you choose your options here. Usually it's to continue, or to skip this part, or close the window, which would be maybe I'll do something later. You'll also get these little things over here that give you little hints. So as you can see, when talking to NPCs, so you'll be given those a lot, and you can just dismiss them by right clicking or clicking the little X. So here we're going to go ahead and say, yeah, we're good. And yes, I seem to misplace my belongings.
If what the halfling said was true,
so that
no
icon
one
that just
but you
appeared above
made
my
it to
head
the
means
island
I
alive.
just got a quest.
It
And
may
you'll
be
see
worth
here.
following this rogue.
Yeah,
for now.
so as you can see here, this is our quest right here. This is our information, how to move using WASD, jump, of course, space, like most, and then we just follow this guy. I don't know if this is snow or like volcano ash or something, because it's not really snowing. So you want a weapon or not? So here you can see obtain a weapon from the rogue Jeets. So now we talk to him, and we say, well, it depends on what you want, and we take the rapier. So once again, we got a new quest. You can see that little icon. You can't see it right now, but when people have quests for you, they actually have a icon above their head, and we'll see that shortly. So now we need to equip our weapon, so we can hit I for inventory, and we can see we have our weapon. Now one cool thing about this is you can actually lock things so that they do not get sold on accident. And the way you do that is each thing has a state. So here you can see this is just the sword. If I click on this little lock, you'll see a little lock appears, and now whenever I sell, this will not even be an option. So it's kind of nice. Oh, but I do need to equip it. So let's go ahead and put it in
As
our
you take
hand.
hold of the weapon, feeling its balance, you can't help but notice this Jeets has more he wants to say.
I get the feeling he has more he wants to say. That weapon suits you, so ready to help me out. So here we ask what the task is, or we could say, can I have another weapon? A different one, I imagine. Here's the deal. I cannot read that. Selamus is waiting for you up in a cave up in the path. Go tell her we'll be along shortly, as soon as we finish with all the salvage on the beach. So here you can see we're supposed to go talk to the person, but he wants to finish with the salvage. So you'll notice here that when I mouse over it, we get a red thing. That means we can use our rapier on it. And we can see here that there's something here. We can left click that, or we can hit the letter E to pick it up. doing this stuff also gives you, I know it gives you guild points. Breaking things is good. Oh, more copper. Silver. So I do like the actual characters and movement and stuff in WoW better. These kind of seem more limited. I think that guy's going to take us up here, but we're going to lollygag. We're just gathering stuff, taking care of the salvage as we go. I want to go down there. Nothing over there. We got something over here. I wonder if we can fall off. No, we can't. That's actually kind of good. Nothing in that one. Nothing in that one. Nothing up here. Whoop. Some copper in that one. This guy's probably getting very impatient with us. Nothing in that one. So anytime you see these things, this is the instances I was talking about. And if you click on them, you have the option of changing settings. We're going to go ahead and dismiss all of these. That's just right clicking, or we could just close them out. Just so we don't have any more. Oh, there we go. So if you click when it turns into that little door icon, you'll get this guy right here that says I'm doing this solo, I'm going to do it normal, I'm going to do it hard mode, I'm going to do it elite, or I'm going to do it reaper. And then it also will tell you information about the dungeon, which is right here. Then you just click enter.
Is this Selimus, the cleric you were sent to find?
Probably. It says her name above her head. So we click here, we can see, you can set the difficulty. Look, it tells you right here, normal difficulty. You'll be able to choose your difficulty settings, but that is disabled here. Click OK to enter. Alright, so now we come up here. So if we wanted to get out of here instantly, we can just click the recall button and it will take us back out. If you're in a big questing and stuff like that, or going to multiple instances, there will be a finish button, then a recall button, so you can actually kind of back out as you go. So let's go and talk to her. So I'm the rogue, Lindy. A dragon attacked my ship and I alone survived. Then I met your companion who asked me to protect you until they arrive. Or we could say this: I woke on the beach to a rogue who most likely took my possessions. He then extorted my promise to be your lackey. Sure, let's try that. I humbly apologize for my associate. He has a good heart, even if he does not always show it. I'll help you navigate this cave. I think this is going to do, no matter what, it's going to do both. So we can do some gabbing, which I don't want to do because we're kind of limited on time. Or we could say, what exactly are you doing in the caves? We're just going to jump to the let's do this. So you'll see she put a protection on us if we mouse over it.
You from dying, though you can still suffer injuries.
You can still suffer
This
injuries.
effect will wear off when you leave these caves.
Alright, so as we come in here, by the way, to look free like this, you just right click and move the mouse. In other words, you have this. She's going to tell us to climb the ladder. So to climb the ladder, you just run up to it and keep pressing W, as it says right there. Jump is obviously hit the space bar. So what she wants us to do, and I already know this because I've done it before, is to drop down here. We're going to kill a guy.
The shuffling and wheezing of some creature
right up here.
coming from the corridor ahead.
We got to kill this guy right here. Now to select, like, we could try and sneak super quietly, and then we might get our sneak attack. Let's see if this works. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. I guess he saw me. That's what the eyeball was. But we still finished him off anyway.
The corroded lever at the rear of this corridor most likely controls the gate where the cleric, Selimus, is waiting.
Selimus. Alright, so obviously to use this, you'll see we have the little gear icon. That means we can do something with it. So just left click or E will do that. And now Selimus should be able to come through with the other people. Jeet's the rogue. I'm a rogue too, yet they needed me?
Thanks for putting in the good words. Don't you worry, Selimus. I'm here to watch your behind.
By the way, I apologize for the volume being way down. When I'm playing with the guys I play with, it's nice to have it low.
I'll take point. Talbot, cover me with your spells. Cheats, kill anything that tries to
Kill
break
anything.
You.
So in here, it is going to rain bad guys, and we're just going to kill them. So we're actually a little further than what we were in the other one, but I just want to get to kind of the main questing area. So, as most games, you just come here. You can hold down the left mouse button to just keep swinging and swinging and swinging, or you can actually click it each time. I do think combat is better in WoW personally, as you do get different, and you might get them here too. I've played so far a ranger, and pretty much all I do is use my bow, just click, 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 spam the clicking until they all die. Levers, we already did all that. Alright, where's another guy over here? Is that it? Such is the fate of evil.
Let's find a way out of
There we go. So you do have a little bubble here. You can see our breath. If you're going to be underwater very long, then
You grab the
you
silver
want to
key.
get something called a
Time to
underwater
swim
breathing
for the
ring,
surface.
or hurry and get back up. So we got the key in order to open this door, so we can go up here, and you'll see if we left click on it, it should open it up because it was locked. If we tried clicking on that before, it would actually tell us it's locked. Let's go and close this. So now, one difference between D&D, and this is kind of, I don't know, this is good and bad if you ask me, as far as what I'm used to. So once you have a mana, or I guess it's called mana, I'm not sure, because I've never played really a big caster, but you'll have your bar down here. Once it's all gone, you actually have to rest to get it back up. Now this one right here is for resurrecting. This one right here is for resting. And what a rest will do is replenish. It's basically taking a long rest in D&D. So here you can see the rest shrine with a glowing moon restores hit points and spell points. I guess that's what they're called, spell points. After the shrine is used, it takes 5 minutes to recharge. Dungeons on higher difficulty settings take longer or don't recharge at all on some settings. Left click on the moon shrine to use it. I don't think we need to use it because we're full health and we don't have any spell points. This one, if we were to die, we would come to this with our spirit and click on it. Now the trick to that is when you die, you leave a little death stone type of thing. And if you get very far away from it, a timer starts and you have to reach this guy before you get too far. In other words, you probably just have to do a recall so that you respawn outside. So that's kind of both good and bad if you ask me. There's parts that are kind of cool, but I like in WoW how your health is when you're out of combat, your mana and your health always regenerate. There might be some areas that that's not the case. Now here's one of the things I actually like about DDO is there are traps and abilities to, you know, disable a trap. So as you can see, if we click on our search skill, which is this guy, as a rogue we have a higher possibility of finding this trap. And you'll see we found the box. Now if we come over to this box and we click on it, we are disabling the trap, which that is really cool. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've died in this game due to walking through an area and a trap goes off. And that's not quite prevalent in WoW. So that is definitely one thing I like. We come through here, and I think this is pretty much the end of our journey in this little cave system. So this is also where we're going to end this video once we get up here. Actually, is it a little further? No, I think we fight for a tiny bit longer. So we're going to go in here. Ready, steady. Why'd they run right past me? They run for the other rogue. So you can see we took a little damage. This one I think is actually designed because this is the main boss. This is the High Priestess. Now, like I said, we have that thing so we can take damage but we can't die. Which means they'll probably keep us healed up. This is an elite guard. He is pretty tough and she is pretty tough. And you can hear me just spam clicking, spam, spam, spam. There went a blessing. You'll see up top we now have a new blessing. And there, so for killing a boss, these treasures will appear. That's what I forgot. So if we left click or hit E on this, we will open it up. Sometimes they're locked, and if you're a rogue, you might be able to get into it. So here you can see we can get an Ember Bow, which is a cool weapon. We get the Water Breathing Ring, 100 arrows, and Battle-Worn Chain Surge. So let's go and grab everything. We're going to put that Water Breathing Ring on so that we can breathe in the water. So we'll go over to tab 1 here. I'm going to move these over to my other tab. We're going to equip the arrows in our quiver. Whether we have our sword or not, it doesn't matter. We'll go ahead and put on the armor we found. Go ahead and do that. And then if we come over here, I definitely want to lock this ring. And I'm not going to put on the bow right now, but actually let's put the ring here because I think you have to lock it when it's here. I don't know. I wonder if you can lock it while it's here. Oh yeah, we can. I guess you can click on those. Nice. And then we're going to lock that so we don't lose it ever. So now we have a bow with 100 arrows and we have a water breathing ring from the treasure chest. And now I think we're at the, oh wait, no, we're going to do another search.
From somewhere in this room. Perhaps the hidden passage to the village is in here.
Now WoW does have some things where they're hidden passages. You don't have anything like this where you get to search or you detect, like as you're walking around, you say, ooh, I detect something. Here you can see there's a little door spot hidden. Usually something will appear up here saying spot danger or spot something. So we're going to do this, and this wall behind us will light up saying that that is a secret door. So let's go ahead and open it. In here we will see this is the final area. This time I'm not lying. So before we leave, we want to talk to her because it says speak to her. And it said, we made it. And then we can say thank you very much. And we can say, and you, brave cleric. What is that? I never noticed that before. Now we get she's given us a reward. So we only get to choose one. Sometimes it's really good to look at all these because they might be really important things. we probably want to replace our little rapier, and if we mouse over it, you can see what's currently equipped over there on the right and the one we're looking at. And you can see that this one has more stuff with it. The big thing looking for me right now would be the damage. Rating is 4.03 where the old one is 2.88. So definitely sounds better, and it says it has fire touch and it's starter equipment, so it can't be traded or sold. So to select it, you just double click it and say yes. And now if we go in here, we shall see that we have, oops, on the first one, we have a new sword. And we can go put that right there, lock it, and then swap it out. We're going to unlock this one, so now we can sell it. And unlock it real quick. Wait. Oh, that was the wrong one. Unlock this one. I'm going to put it back in the first bag so I can sell it or whatever. This one I forgot to lock, so there we go. Lock it up. And that's it. We click this, and now we're kind of in the base area where you can actually just quest freely. So I think this is actually a good stopping point. I think this video actually went considerably longer than the WoW one, but I just wanted to get us to where we start taking more quests and stuff. So we will talk about all the icons and stuff like that in the next episode.
For generations. Judging from how it looks now,
Oh,
the
actually, I should read
Sahuagin
that.
are winning.
So that chalice
However, some
means the
hopeful
quest is
souls
done.
still hold out for help to arrive.
We already went over inventory. So this icon right there means we need to turn in a quest there. I think. I believe so. It's just a regular, I think it's a blue chalice when it's not. We'll look at that when we do our next episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Aside from that, comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Check out my Discord and my other channels. And that's about it. So until next time, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.